Good morning and welcome to Community Roundtable, a free public service brought to you on AM 1590 KDJS. If you're a member of a nonprofit organization and would like to be featured on the program, call the KDJS Newsline at 320-235-2900. That's 320-235-2900.
Community Roundtable, Gold Country KDJS Wilmer on your AM dial at 1590 and also FM at 105.7. Al Sheldon here on our Sunday morning program, and we have Bobby Bauman with us from the Hawk Creek Animal Shelter. How you doing?
I'm doing well, thank you.
You folks are certainly busy, just judging by the unique things we get via email, you know.
Right. Yeah, there's always something going on. We have a lot of different programs and activities and events. We just came off of having a fall festival the end of September that brought in about $1,500.
Nice.
And that was our first one. So we hope to do that again next year.
Where'd you do that at?
We did it down at the Goodness Coffee Shop. It was a little cool that morning, but people were really great and came out. And anyways, and the Goodness sold a lot of coffee that day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you warm right up.
So it was a good event, and really thankful that they allowed us to use their parking lot and whatnot. We had some really great singers that were there, musicians, and they played. And then we had a lot of crafts that were for sale and food and pumpkin painting for the kids. So it was a lot of fun. A lot of fun. And then we fast forwarded a couple weeks. We had a French toast breakfast over in Litchfield. We kind of ran up against the Lions Club Belgian waffle breakfast too. But anyways, it was a good event. We had so many people that did come out. And what was so nice too is that a lot of the items were donated. Mm-hmm. So that really helped to, bring in a little bit more money for the shelter. We also did our raffle. I did not win. And I'm still waiting to hear who did so I could go visit them and become their new best friend. Mm-hmm. But, we had that. And this past Monday, we set up in the parking lot at PetSmart and had a Stock the Trailer event, asking folks to bring in items for the shelter to use. We have a lot of need with cleaning supplies and whatnot, and office supplies, that type of thing. That, if those things are donated, that really helps our budget quite a bit.
You mentioned being over in Litchfield. We should expand on that a little bit. Kandiyohi County and Meeker County, right?
Correct. Meeker County joined forces with us in 2009, so we're coming up to 9 years now, and that time has flown. And, of course, we moved into the Hawk Creek Animal Shelter in 2009, right at about this time of year. I remember closing up at the old place and bringing about 14 dogs over and, of course, many cats. And we've been bringing them through the door ever since. So
yeah. How'd the deal at PetSmart go? That was just recently. Of course, right. You did some microchipping and everything.
Right. We did get some dogs that we microchipped, and, we offer that at the shelter as well. So for $27, because it's $25 plus tax, but we can microchip your pet. We just ask that you call for an appointment. But that really gets animals home quite a bit faster. We just had a cat that showed up yesterday at the shelter, and it was microchipped. So that kitty hopefully will be going home today and everything. So, yeah, those microchips are great. And we just ask folks to remember if they give that pet to somebody else or if they change their phone number or address to make sure they update that as well.
You just mentioned three different things that you've done all within the last less than a month.
Right.
Is this a typical month? Does this happen all the time?
The summer month summertime is just crazy busy. I know before we hired our volunteer coordinator, Michelle, I was putting in lots of overtime. Mm-hmm. And so, yeah, parades and public events, they have, every community has their days, and we would set up a booth and have the animals, and for sure we would be walking in a parade too. So
I've seen you in parades.
Yes. And it's great because we get the young kids and we get some adults, and I think the kids, they really enjoy it. And and people are, very receptive, and it's great. And, people are always finding out about us, and it shows with the number of calls we get, and, of course, Facebook messages and emails. And, it's just, we're this far west of the cities pretty much.
Do you have pictures of future pets on Facebook then?
We have pets on Facebook and Instagram. And then, for our pets that are available for adoption, we have people go on petfinder.com. And that is our latest group of pets that are available for adoption. Of course, we always love it when people just come down and take a look, too, because sometimes pictures don't always give you the true story. But
can't show the personality in a picture.
No. We could upload videos, but we'd probably have to hire somebody to do that, too. But, we love it when people come down. It's kind of funny at some of these events. We hear people say, oh, I just couldn't come down there. I feel so bad, and I'd take them all home. And I'm like, well, that'd be okay. But, it's kind of a hard place for some people. I guess, staff, we seem to handle it pretty well. We know we're taking good care of them, and we love it when we see them go out the door into their new home. So, yeah.
I know where else I've seen you, and this is really cool that you're able to get to these events. Rockin' Robins,
yes.
the four nights throughout a month's time of concerts over at Robbins Island Regional Park. And, and the dogs are there, and you've got people walking them around, and they certainly attract attention.
They do. And I still want to talk to the people that put that all together to find out how they had such good weather for 4 different nights that month.
I believe it's a 4-letter word called luck.
Yeah, I think so. They had beautiful weather, and like you say, great event, well run and organized.
Super event.
Yeah, I got out there a couple times. I rode the bus out because I hate dealing with traffic. And Michelle got a group of volunteers every night to drive out there and set up for a few hours. And it's wonderful when we have those opportunities to get out in the community.
For as well attended as that is, and it's not the first time I've done this, I tip my hat to the Willmar Police and to the volunteers that organize that and get the traffic in and out in a very smooth way. They've done a bang-up job.
Right. No, they do. They got it figured out, I'll tell you. So, yeah, because there were a lot of people and a lot of vehicles. And, of course, like I say, parking.
And the dogs are all cool with it, the way it looks.
They were fine. Yep. Yeah, they were fine. We just, it was a great event and we had a great summer. We had just a terrific summer.
So, gosh, you got to have a lot of volunteers.
Yes, we do. And we're working on trying to retain everybody, but it seems like once they adopt an animal, they're like, we don't see them again.
They get busy with the pet,
But, people's lives change. And, when you can come down and volunteer, we do have volunteer training classes. We ask you to attend one. They're about 45 minutes long. It's just so that we can let you know what we're doing and how to help you know how to be safe. Because, some of our dogs don't get along with others, and, we don't want anybody getting bit, either another dog or a human. Of course, and the cats, we want to make sure you're safe around the cats. They have a body language all their own. And anyways, we just, we'd love it when people come down and just hang out and, walk the dogs. And it's great exercise for walking dogs. And, there's just so much. We have one gal that comes every Monday and writes our thank you notes. And there's always behind the scenes. We have another man that takes care of picking up the laundry at the PetSmart, because we have cats housed at PetSmart. And we have volunteer drivers that will take cats. We work with the PetSmart up in St. Cloud, and we need somebody that will drive the cats up to St. Cloud once everybody gets adopted out there. So we have volunteer drivers. We have a volunteer board of directors as well. So just lots of opportunity to volunteer and to get involved.
How many people do you have currently? Would you say is that an easy number to remember?
Well, I always if I write a grant, I usually put 75. So, but I know that there's people, like I say, we've trained many people. Not everybody's schedule fits, in coming in the afternoons when we're open. Weekends, though, we see quite a few people come down and volunteer. But, we have a lot, and we appreciate them so much because, that is, helping us out a lot and helping staff out as well.
So how do you function then? Is it all grant money, or how do you keep the lights on?
Yeah, exactly. It is roughly, our budget is right around $375,000 a year. And, of course, we have electricity to pay for, water, employees, medical care. All the animals are spayed and neutered before they leave the building. We're very fortunate to be able to bring a veterinarian into the building twice a week that they do the spay-neuter surgeries on our shelter animals. And if there's any other kind of surgery that needs to be done, we can do it right there as well. But we get about 15% of that is county funding, where we do get monies from Kandiyohi County and Meeker County, and then the city of Wilmer. And most of that is for impounding the animals for those communities. We do write a few grants, but there's not a lot out there for operating expenses. We rely a lot on donations. We have some wonderful donors that give every month, and we can't thank them enough. And, of course, we do charge adoption fees, and we ask for a donation if you have to surrender a pet. And, of course, if your pet is pulled in as a stray, there are impounding fees as well. But, yeah, so we do what we can. We've been very fortunate and blessed by receiving some estate funding and monies from people that have passed on. And, when I open the letter, I'm like, I think I know who they are, but, this was wonderful. They cared that much that they left money to the animal shelter.
And as we kicked off our show, we talked about some different events, and those are put on to help keep the shelter rolling, to make a couple of bucks.
Exactly. We're already starting to plan for our Save Our Tails event in February.
Just going to mention that.
Yep, that'll be the last Friday of February, and we've got our postcards and invitations printed. So that'll be 6 o'clock on that last Friday night of February. And again, we're going to have the auction, the live auction, and then the silent auction. And just a fun night. I always marvel at the number of people that come out. I so appreciate everybody that comes out and supports us. And it's just so much fun because it's all animal lovers that like to come out and talk about their own pets. And we have a volunteer that puts together a PowerPoint of all the animals that had gone through the shelter the previous year. So staff are able to sit there and ooh and ah and kind of reminisce about different ones that have come through the shelter. So
that's in February again. It's at the Conference Center in Wilmer. How many people show up?
We are at about 275 people,
Wow.
and it's growing every year. Every year we have more and more people coming, and we have besides all the other places to spend your money, we have like a smooch booth where we bring in some of the shelter pets and people can pose and get their pictures taken with them. We'll have maybe a kind of a retail table as well. And just a fun night. Lots of auction items, and people are so generous with those as well. We probably have 140 some baskets every year that we people that donate. So it's great.
Your price of admission includes some food.
Food and a good time. Where the prices are on the card are $25 in advance and $30 at the door. So kind of a nice evening. Make it affordable for everybody to get out, and then of course we hope they spend money on the auction.
And again, just a tremendous fundraiser to help out the Hawk Creek Animal Shelter.
Right,
obviously,
right,
that's what
right.
it's all about in the bottom line. But so many people that create these baskets. One of our former employees here and a very good friend we have stayed in contact with, obviously, is Crystal.
Crystal, yes.
And she does the. She's always. She loves her kitties.
Yes, she does. Yeah, she'll come down every year too, providing the weather's good. And she even helps with the live dessert auction. She'll be one of the Vanna Whites or whoever that walks around with the dessert in her hands and
I
tries
could
to
never
get
do
people.
that for two reasons. Number one, it might fall out of my hand, and number two, I might have to taste it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, she has a lot of fun. Like I say, every year, but it's so much fun to look forward to because you see so many people.
That's a big thing in February, and we'll have a lot more on that as we get closer to February
Yep.
and do things. How many animals, on average, are in the shelter? Does this float quite a bit?
Yeah, right now we have quite a few dogs. We're licensed by the Minnesota Board of Animal Health. We have a kennel license through them, and we're able to have, I think it's 36 dogs and 45 cats in the premises. Right now, we are probably running at that 25 to 30 dogs probably right now. Cats are always so many. With our license, we are able to set up temporary housing in the shelter for them, maybe a separate kennel or whatnot. We do go over that number, of course, but as long as we provide the care and everything that they need, it's okay. But we rely on foster homes as well, and just trying to get the word out to get people to spay and neuter their cats. There are just so many that come in. I picked up a cat in Raymond the other day, and when I entered the number, it was 1,025 cats that have come through the building so far this year.
Wow,
So,
just this year.
yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. We had 1,837 animals total last year that came in. And right now we've got 5 rabbits that are looking for homes. We've had guinea pigs in the past, birds, little pocket pets or whatever. So, we get quite a few. We are hoping to launch a program in January where we will help. We're going to try and do some low-cost spay and neuter for people that own cats. We're really trying to target that cat population. And we're hoping we can get that off the ground where we can provide low-cost spay and neuter for families that are income qualified, but just to get those cats spayed and neutered because, like I say, they just keep coming in droves. So
A lot of cats.
Yep.
A herd of cats, as you might say.
yes, exactly.
I didn't realize that you had a few other animals.
Yeah.
Birds, huh?
Yes, we had a really neat cockatoo the other day.
Somebody give the bird up, or was it?
Yeah, they were moving, I believe, and weren't able to take care of it any longer. So we've had that. One time we had a parrot that was probably 20-some years old. We were able to find a rescue group to take that on because he had another probably 50 years of life.
Wow.
So it never ceases to amaze me. We will. Sometimes people bring us injured wildlife. We can't house them at the shelter, but we can take care of them temporarily till we can get them to either the Raptor Center down in St. Paul or to the Wildlife Rehab Center in Roseville.
Wow.
So, this time of year, we're not seeing too many of the baby bunny type things, but and there again too, we're always trying to educate people about wildlife. Just letting them be, and making sure that mama's coming back to the nest, especially the baby bunnies. But sometimes, like I say, we do see the injured animals. We've had owls and eagles and hawks that have come in, and like I say, we can house them long enough until we can get them to the cities.
Gotta
And
be
there
pretty
again,
careful with those birds.
yeah, they thick gloves and towel and just keeping them as calm as possible.
Was it a mature eagle that you had? Or?
Yeah, yep.
It's a pretty imposing bird, aren't they?
They are. So I think what they wanted me to, check the talons or something.
Oh, great.
just to check somehow to see if it was dehydrated. And I was like, yeah, I think I'll pass and just wait for that volunteer driver to get it to you guys that know what you're doing.
Did any of the parrots talk or any words there?
We've had like the parakeets and whatnot, and they do sing.
They'll sing, yeah.
Yes, yep. But yeah, they just. It's fun. They're a little intimidated at first at the shelter because it is scary place But yeah, very, very nice, and we're so glad that people are willing to take them into their homes too.
So now you're getting. Let's talk about dogs. You're getting dogs. People may bring them in. They're moving, or their life has changed, or they may be a stray,
Right.
Or they may be injured. Nobody knows who the owner is.
Right.
How do you know when they're ready, or when can they be adopted? Then
with a stray animal, we have to hold them 5 days. And if they do have a city license on them, either whatever community they're from, state statutes say we have to hold them 10 days. We make every effort to find the owner to that animal, either through social media or for the newspaper, the radios, and just to get that animal back. It's always fun when we find that microchip in an animal. It's kind of like, woo, Halloween or whatever with the candy, treat of the candy. But, we just, we encourage people to put ID tags on their animals. I know cats are a little difficult when they're, they don't always want to wear a collar and tags. So there again, that microchipping is very helpful. But we hold, going back, we hold the strays for 5 days. And at the end of that, that time, if nobody's come forward, we'll evaluate them and, get them ready to be adopted. There's so many myths that, if I bring a dog to the pound or cat to the pound, it's just going to be euthanized. And, that's not true. We've had animals that have sat there, for a few months until we found the right home for them. So we don't euthanize because of space issues. We just, if we feel we can find a home, we'll work really hard to find that animal a home.
So how do you become a volunteer?
Well, you want to maybe talk with Michelle Buskell, our volunteer coordinator, or check out our website. We have, like I say, volunteer classes that are going on throughout the month. I think our last one's coming up this week. And anyways, they're about 45 minutes long. And we encourage, families with young kids to come down. Kids that are 12 and older can be at the shelter without an adult, and any adult to come on down. We just go through some basic animal behavior, how to read cat body language, how to read dog body language, how to get a collar on, how to get them out of the kennel safely, and when they're going to go take a dog for a walk, and just to make sure that everybody knows to keep a good distance from other dogs, and just take them out, walk them. We've got some outdoor pens where they can take them off leash and throw a ball for them, just play with them a little bit, and just a lot of volunteer activities, and that training, like I say, is only 45 minutes long, and then you can start volunteering.
Well, you mentioned the person that comes in to write thank yous once a week. Any other duties for volunteers if they don't want to be a dog walker, so to speak?
Foster homes. We always have those little orphan kittens that maybe need either bottle feeding or a litter of kittens that just need some time out of the shelter until they're old enough, and volunteer drivers, helping with events is the biggest thing, just with planning or working at the events. So there's something for everybody, really.
Yeah. Oh, man, it's busy place. A lot of people may not realize just how busy
right.
how busy the animal shelter is. And for people that want to drive out, maybe they don't know where you're at.
No, we are on the west end of Willmar. We're out in Industrial Park, they consider us. When you go out on Highway 12, we're a block before County Road 5. You turn just by the Coca-Cola plant. We're out somewhat by Relco and the water company and the Tribune and that. So we're kind of out there. We're sitting really nice right now. We don't have a lot of neighbors, which I'm sure that's good because, the dogs can be loud at times. But yeah, we've got a beautiful building, and we'd love it if people just come out. We're open Tuesdays through Fridays, noon till 6, and Saturday and Sunday noon till 4. We're closed down on Mondays just for staff to be able to do some extra cleaning and whatnot. And we seem to stay busy the other days of the week.
Another thing that people maybe forget about, pens need to be cleaned, the kennels and everything.
Yep.
So.
Yeah, somebody's got to do that. And like I say, we have the really great group of staff members they're come in. We have several people. We have 3 employees that have been there at least 8 years. I'm going on 15. So we also work with the college work study program. So we have mainly veterinary technician or veterinary technology students come in, and they do work study. So they work afternoons or weekends and cleaning kennels, and it's a great experience for them, and it's a win for us because they're paid by the college pretty much. So
what would you say is the most unique or strange animal you've ever had come in?
Oh boy, well, let me think. I know we had. That's a good one because you never. I think we had an iguana years ago that came in, but that one went home. We see. Oh boy, ducks, chickens,
snakes.
I had to deal with snakes one time. Somebody moved out of a house and left their snakes behind, but I was fortunate enough. The pet store in town took them back because the people wrote them a bum check. So
Okay.
I said, "Here you go. You can have them back."
Wow. I want to wrap up here with a thing that we mentioned at the top of the show, and that involves stuffing the trailer full of donated items.
Yes.
And we can get a little specific here on some of the things that you use. A lot of people may not realize you need some of these things, right?
Yeah, I usually make a weekly trip. Garbage bags are big. 13-gallon ones with the tie straps. The 33-gallon large ones. I buy a lot of Clorox wipes and, of course, dishwashing soap and then dishwasher soap. We always need paper towels and those Mr. Clean erasers. We use Simple Green. We use towels and blankets. Sheets aren't so great, but towels and blankets, old towels. And we use scoopable litter. And we do have like a food shelf that we run for people in need. We get a lot of donations of food, and so we will give that out to people. So if anybody wants to help us with our food shelf program, they sure can. Of course, treats and durable chew toys. Just
paper products too.
Yes, paper towels and whatnot, and even copy paper, things for the office. So there's a lot, and we have that on our website as well.
And of course, money can be donated as always to help fund the animal shelter.
Right. You can donate online through our website, or send a check into P.O. Box 709 Wilmer, or you can call us even, and we can run a credit card over the phone.
And let me guess, phone number 76 something, right?
Yes, 320-235-7612.
7612. I was going to say 24. I was close.
Yes.
761-7612, okay?
Yes, there you go.
Just think of a football score. The Vikings beating the Packers.
Yes.
76-12.
Wouldn't that be great? That'd be great.
Well, Bobby, it's certainly been a pleasure to have you come in and visit. I know you've been here through the years a few times, and now I get to host the show and have a little fun and chat and meet people and just sit down and visit about things around the area. That's always fun for me to do.
We appreciate this. So. And
it's great to have a facility like what you have for Meeker and Candioi counties here in the west side of Wilmer, the Haw Creek Animal Shelters. So happy petting.
Yes, exactly. Thank you very much.
All right. That is Bobby Bauman with the Haw Creek Animal Shelter. And again, do call or stop by. They'd love to see you.
You've been listening to Community Roundtable, a free public service brought to you on AM 1590 KDJS. If you're a member of a nonprofit organization and would like to be featured on the program, call the KDJS Newsline at 320-235-2900. That's 320-235-2900.